In this video, I want to talk about the window object and what it is. And the window object actually holds some APIs and also some asynchronous APIs that you've probably used before and you didn't even know it. Okay, so what is the window object? The window object is a runtime or an environment that your browser engine, that means Firefox or Chrome, they create, okay? So your browser creates this green background. That's called the environment or the runtime. You can also think of this as the universe that we live in. In this green universe, we have different planets, these window objects. Now these represent each tab that you have open. Let's say tab 1 can be google.com. Tab 2 can be something like facebook.com. Okay? So you have this universe and there's different planets, and each planet has its own window. Okay. Now the window in tab 1 can be different than the window from tab 2 and so on. Okay. And the window also holds the document object model, which in turn holds everything else about your HTML page. Now let's see how these work in code. All right. So on the left, you can see my HTML. On the right is how it is rendered. Let's go to the main.js. So if you didn't know, there are some very important browser APIs that live on the window object, such as, here, let's see. We know we can do console.log, blah, 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 and it happens here. But did you know that console is actually an API? So if it's an API in the browser, it must live on the window object. It still works. Let's change it to something else. AA. Yep, it still works. Now, if it lives on the window object directly, you don't need it. Okay. Just like here, if we go onto the console and we type in document, we get the whole HTML document. But remember when I said that the whole document lives inside the window object or planet? You can also do window.document. Same thing, right? Same thing for set timeout, geolocation, and especially fetch that we're gonna learn about. Okay. Now, some of these are asynchronous, like set timeout, interval. Some are not, like your console.log, right? So once again, if it's an API by the browser, it lives on the window object. Okay? Sounds good? Let's keep going.